people, I am Adesuwa Osui, and yes, you guessed right, it's Showbiz Diary on TOS Television Network. Today, I have a guest with me. Let me let you in on a little secret. So, I've been waiting for this particular guest for ages, and when the opportunity came, baby girl dragged him here. Things we do for love. Having said that, my guest and I will be giving you perspectives on stories that made hit across Africa's entertainment scene during the week. So, join me in welcoming Lemo Bauer. How are you doing?
I'm fine, I'm good.
Are you always chilled? Because, I mean, you got
chilled
for this one.
Oh, it depends.
Okay, all right.
If you're up, I'm up.
Okay, all right, so we're going to see all of that in a bit. So Bauer is an all-round filmmaker as well as a model. So buckle up, people, because it's about to be a vibe. So let's start with a little get to know you. All right, so what have you been getting up to?
Okay, well, filmmaking. Yeah, filmmaking, okay, you want to know about my projects, right?
Yes, just tell me everything we've been getting up to, what have you been doing, all of that.
For now I've been resting.
Oh, okay, so
I've been resting, like I did my movie Loud, that was in cinemas in December.
Yeah.
And not December, okay, it went to cinema December.
Yeah.
They ran through to February.
Okay.
So like all through this period we're up and down, you know, going from cinemas to cinemas and all that. So now it's just the time to just relax and just let it kick in.
Okay. How did you get into filmmaking?
Oh, how did I get into filmmaking?
Yeah. Don't tell me it was an accident.
Wow.
It was an accident. I didn't plan it. So.
Accident? Well, not at all. Okay. Not at all. It was actually, it's something I've always wanted to do. I started off as a model. Okay. Yeah, I did modeling, events, organized a few events from here and there and all that, yeah. Then for filmmaking, I've always had love for filmmaking, okay. You understand? And it takes money to actually produce a movie.
Of course.
Yeah, so all through that period, I was doing modeling. I was just, you know, trying to see how I can...
Stack up.
Yeah, stack up, something like that. And when I had enough to produce a film...
Yeah, you went for it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot right now. What kind of filmmaker would you say you are? Because I know we have quite a number of filmmakers. The ones that just like, let me put something out there for people to see, or the ones that, no matter how long it takes,
actually take their time, yeah.
Yeah, or the in-between. I could be this way, I could be this way. Which one are you? Yeah,
I'm definitely one that, I love taking my time, actually. Like, Loud took, the movie is Loud, yeah. My movie was, you know, the one that went in cinemas, Loud, yeah. It took 2 years to actually produce.
Wow.
Like from the first instance where we started writing the script to when we produced, post-production, you know, all that process took about 2 years. And I mean, that was a lot, for real, because normally in Nollywood you feel, okay, you could actually just produce a movie in
2 weeks.
A week, 2 weeks, and I mean, you have it all out there.
Yeah.
But I needed to take my time. And Loud was a different kind of project.
Yeah.
It was musical and dance, you understand? And that's a lot more complicated.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took our time and, I mean, we made magic.
What was the reception like for your movie Loud?
Reception. The reception was good. It was new.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was different, you understand? People, you know, it took time for them to actually get used to it because it's not the kind of movie you see on TV, you understand? Yeah. That's the Nollywood space. Yeah. Yeah, so we're more used to drama, you know, this emotional kind of movie. So when we brought a music and dance film, people were like, music and dance, are you sure they are not going to screw this up? Will they actually get it right? You understand? I heard that a lot. Oh. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it was well received. Yeah. Like, very well received. Okay. And right now, it's still, okay, it has left the cinemas, but we're looking forward to Netflix. Oh. Yeah, so.
Wow. Big move. I mean, okay. I didn't know your movie Loud as some, like, you could classify it as a star-studded movie, right? So
exactly.
I actually want to ask, I've always wanted to ask a filmmaker, what is the essence of having, you know, a star-studded movie, just bringing A-list actors or celebrities in one movie? Does it do anything for the movie? Does it increase the quality, or is just, you know, from the marketing strategy?
Well, I wouldn't want to talk bad about Nollywood, because of course I'm a producer, a Nollywood producer, so. Yeah. But there's just, there's a way it works around here. You understand? And when you do a movie and you do not actually use the stars, because everybody wants to see the stars.
Yeah.
If you do a film and you use a bunch of new guys, the reception will be different.
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand? So it's always important when you have the stars in your movie. You understand? When it comes down to publicity, I mean, who will publicize your film for you?
But why not 1 or 2? Why have like 10 stars? Like, okay, so let me even go away from Nollywood. They're coming to America too. Had a bunch of Hollywood stars in it.
Right, okay.
And then people were like, what's the essence of bringing everybody but A-list artists, A-list actors in one movie? What does it do?
Publicity.
Okay, so it's basically for marketing.
Basically for marketing, because, I mean, Coming to America had Davido in it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I would say it was more like it was well received from this part of the world,
yeah.
because we had our very own, artist in it. You understand? It would have been different if it was just Coming to America without Davido, or, the whole collaboration they did with Burna Boy and some of our stars and all that. Yeah. So even I, for one, took special interest in the film when I saw these guys.
Okay.
So when I saw it, I was like, man, I have to see this movie.
Okay.
You see how it works now? Yeah. So it has a lot to do with your publicity. If you want your film to be, well received, you don't like. When you have those stars, you don't, in some cases, you might not even have to do much about publicity again. You don't really have to, go around doing this and that, putting up posters, banners and all that. Yeah. Just the fact that they are there, and of course they would post your film. Yeah, that's enough publicity already.
Okay, let's get into all of the stories now. All right, moving on. Nigerian comedian Emanuela has made her first international film feature debut in the action drama Survive or Die by Daniel Okoduwa and Mike Kang. She appeared in the film as a guest star alongside its major cast like Howard Barnes, Felino Doloso, and Craig Burke. Survive or Die follows the story of Sade, a 16-year-old refugee whose escape from her war-torn African country lands her in a remote and uninhabited part of Australia. She must reach civilization while fighting for her life in the harsh terrain and also trying to flee a hunter on a quest for revenge over the death of his son. Quite an interesting plot, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so now, what do you think about, international feature, having Nigerians feature, Hollywood movies? What's your take on that one?
Well,
I mean, you spoke about Davido earlier, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a step forward. You understand, for the Nollywood movie industry, because if you watch right now, Nollywood is actually different from how it used to be. Yeah, there were times when you do your film, it's basically just for your people alone, basically for Nigerians alone. But now, when we shoot a film, our films are well appreciated all over the world. Do you understand? And this is because Nollywood is actually becoming a thing. It's becoming a household name, not just in Nigeria, but have you heard about, I heard Disney are actually coming to Nigeria.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, they're actually coming to Nigeria, and this is owing to the fact that our films are they're actually appreciating our films. Yeah. Because if they are not appreciating our content, why then would they decide to, come partner with us and do what we do with us? You understand? So 100%, it's a good thing. Yeah. It's a good thing. I, for one, would love to actually partner with one big producer, somewhere, maybe just someone big. Yeah, exactly. And do a film, create magic. And I heard about Mo Abudu, work with Will Smith and all that. Yeah, that's mad. For real, that's crazy.
I like how passionate you are about this one.
No, like this aspect, because as a producer, there's always this big picture. And the big picture for us is actually producing movies that will be seen all over the world. Yeah. Now, when you're that appreciated, because when a producer from over there, or probably as an actor or a producer, when someone from over there sees your job, likes your job, then decides to, use you as an actor or a producer or whatever in their project, I mean, that means you've done enough, you understand, for yourself, for them to, actually notice you. Yeah, so it's a good thing.
All right, great. Now let's talk African fashion. UK-based television presenter and fashion designer Amal Fashanu has called on African leaders to make sound investment in the fashion industry on the continent. According to her, the industry lacks support from corporate institutions and government, and that has made it difficult for young designers with amazing designs to get the international exposure they deserve. She also said that the African fashion industry is gradually meeting global standards with its unique and artistic designs. In her words, I think the African fashion industry is meeting the global standard. We see it more and more on the European market. African trends are pushing, and it's amazing how patronage has increased recently. Which do you agree with, the first or the second? The African fashion is already been accepted, or the fact that we don't have enough investment, in the fashion industry?
Well, I think I would actually agree with the both of them.
Okay.
The fact that we don't actually have enough, like the government have not actually, invested anything in the fashion industry, because if you check, designers around this part of the world, I have a friend of mine who is presently showcasing in Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a normal guy, you understand? Someone we grew up together and all that. And this is a young man that had, if he had like just a little support from maybe the government or
corporate bodies
and all that, then you can imagine how far he would have gone now. You understand? Because all he has achieved today, he has achieved based on personal, effort. Yeah. So we actually need the government. It would do us a lot of good to have the government invest in the fashion industry, because this is also even connected to the film industry as well.
Yeah.
Because when we call on these fashion designers to come costume our movies and all that, a job you call someone like, to be very frank with you, for me, I feel when you call it fashion, because they are not actually bringing the costume and saying, okay, have this costume, and when your artists are done with it, they can, go home with it.
Yeah.
They wear and return to them. Do you understand? You're styling and all that. And you still have them charging you mad as money. Do you understand? When I did costume for my movie, I paid about $500,000 for costume.
Whoa.
Exactly. And this is just come style this guy, give him what to wear, and that's it. Now, the guy is really passionate about his job, but he's more about the money.
Money, yeah.
And this is because, I just believe if there was support coming from somewhere, he might not actually have considered the money. He might have looked more into, okay, let me do a good job.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
there really is no need to actually try to save anything. Let me just do something nice that would, be well appreciated at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is connected to the government. You understand? So I feel the fashion industry is lacking. There's no two ways about it. And of course, whatever can be done has to be done.
Okay, on to the next one. Nigerian music superstar Davido is now the most followed musician on the continent, on Instagram actually. He hit a record 20 million followers yesterday and trusts his fans to go haywire. He's actually the first African musician to hit that mark. Plus, Davido is also the most followed Nigerian artist on Twitter, with over 9 million followers. And guess what? It's not limited to just Instagram or Twitter. Remember when Davido broke a YouTube record after his 2020 single Femme surpassed 1 million views in less than 24 hours. Talk about numbers. What does this spell for a creative, having that number of huge following and that number of huge viewership and all of that? So what does this spell for a creative actually?
Well, I think right now, as we all know, the internet is actually the space to actually look into now. You understand? It's different from how it used to be. I think I saw a post on Tunde Eno the other day where he said people actually watch Instagram now more than they watch DSTV and all that. Yeah, so the internet space is actually taking over. Yeah, and followers on Instagram, man, that's key.
20 million followers.
I swear, man, that's huge. If I can get 20,000.
Wow.
Not 20. 2 million.
Okay. Because I was wondering why you were saying 20,000, but okay.
2 million. If I can get 2 million to myself now, people go to Big Brother just to
get that huge following.
Yeah. You understand? And this guy has 20 million. That's something, man.
That's big, right?
That's big. That's big.
Okay, let's go over to Tanzania, where Diamond Platnumz's collaboration with Congolese Koffi Olomide has reportedly made 89 million shillings in 2 months. The song titled Wa has since acquired more than 60 million views on YouTube in just 4 months. The single made a record when it hit 1 million views in 8 hours after its release and went on to post 10 million views in 1 week. The single then went on to post 30 million views in 4 weeks. In the process, hitting a new height for a local production. Quite a feat, right? So what do you think, your personal opinion about collaborations, working together, both local collaborations or international collaborations? I do know that there are a number of creatives that don't believe in collaborating with anyone. So what do you think about that one?
Well, collaboration. They said, there's this personal saying, it might not be personal because you might probably have heard it somewhere before, but never walk alone. Oh. And I believe strongly in that. You understand? Fan. Of course. Okay. Of course, yeah. 100%. All right, go on. Yeah. Never walk alone. And okay. I mean, it works. Okay. For real, it works. When you collaborate with the right people, with the right minds, you would, the results would definitely be amazing. You understand? I've had a few in the past. Yeah. Even when I did Loud, I had a co-producer. Yeah. And he was amazing. You understand? It was a whole lot of help. If I had done it alone from where I was as a new producer, you understand? I don't know if I would have, if the results would probably have been the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So I had help. We worked together, and it was amazing. Okay. And of course, like I said, now it's will define me that one. You understand? When I heard Mo Abudu will be collaborating with Will Smith, I was like, okay. You understand? So of course, I'm actually looking to collaborate with some amazing producer. Yeah, I was going to ask you, who would you want to work with? We're going to do all that. Well, the list is actually very long. Your top 3. You understand? The list is long. I would mention their company name. You understand? Like Marvel. Okay. Yeah, those are amazing producers. You know, they've done Matters movies. You understand, over the years. Yeah. You know Sony? Yeah, of course. Yeah. So companies like that are companies that definitely I would want to work with. You know, I mean, who would want to work with them? Exactly. So, well, and Will Smith. Oh, wow. Yeah. So you're a Will Smith fan? A big fan. A very big fan. All right. So definitely, collaboration works. All right. Collaboration works because, I mean, I don't even know how to, you know, it's everything. It's everything. You understand? It's always better when you have someone who is more experienced than you to work with. Or like you want to do a movie, a music, or whatever. Like there are a lot of musicians that have gone this far today because at some point they collaborated with the right person. Yes, I agree. You understand? A right collaboration can catapult you. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, moving on. Nigerian singer Peter Okoye, Mr. P, of the defunct music group P Square, has revealed that since he split from his twin brother, he has been making more money, owing to the fact that he no longer has to split his earnings with anyone. In his words, I'm making more money. Freedom is key. I can get a call that there is a show next week and it's my daughter's birthday, and I can say cancel it. As a group, I couldn't do that. Money-wise, if I used to share 3 ways, I share alone. Those are his words. You know what? Hear him out for yourself.
Money-wise, yes. If we used to share 3 ways, I share alone. Call it greed again. Call it selfishness. It's your own cup of tea. What am I doing this music for? It's about do it how you feel it, all right? Like I say, it's not about the money, but even if you talk about the money, I make more money than I was in a group. 100%.
Okay. So what is your take on that one?
Well, I don't know, because for one, I believe so much in family. Okay. Yeah, I believe so much in family, and I don't know if promoting the fact that he's actually of a setting, he's probably making more money. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, but making that a thing of glorification might be, we trying to say, okay, we like how they are, splitted now, and of course, it would be best. As in, I would actually love to see them back again, back together. You understand? Yeah, definitely. But of a setting, he's making more money now, of course, because he's bagging deals, and this time around they are all his. You understand? Yeah. Deals he will not have to, share with any other person. So of course, it's probably working for him.
But he doesn't have a team that he has to share the whole earnings with. Doesn't he have a team? I mean, he's not working alone, so he still has to share anyway.
Well, there was a team before, right? And yeah, so basically, there was a team, and he still had to share with his brother. His brothers, okay. So there would always be a team, actually.
Yeah.
But family.
All right. Okay. All right. Nigerian indigenous rapper Olamide is set to release another album just 8 months after releasing his 10th solo studio album, Carpe Diem, which dropped on October 8, 2020. His new album will be titled UY Scooty and will be released on the 14th of June. His last album, Carpe Diem, produced 3 hits. That's Loading featuring Bad Boy Tunes, Infinity featuring Omale, and Triumphant featuring Bella Shmurda. As a creative, what's your take on releasing bodies of work back to back? I know some persons will like to just let it sink in before releasing another one, and then some persons will be like, okay, they shouldn't get, that the one I really shouldn't get cold before they get to see another one. What's your take on it?
Well, Nigerians.
What did we do this time?
I mean, the fans.
Okay.
You understand? I think the only person that has managed to actually survive the musical entertainment space by just relaxing and releasing music whenever he wants to is Wizkid.
Yeah, true that.
But he's one musician I know that would only release when he wants to.
Yes.
You understand? He doesn't care whether, I mean, there are several times you would see his fans, complaining of how he has probably not dropped any track or album.
I mean, we had to wait for Made in Lagos for like 2 years.
Real. So, I mean, but it's for like that's pattern would not work for everybody. You understand? It worked for him, or it's working for him, but it's best when you just, if you're hardworking, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Give the fans what they want. Nigerians are hungry.
Yeah.
Everybody is waiting for whatever you have to bring to the table, and when you don't have enough to bring to the table, they will look for it somewhere else because there are a lot of talents in this country. Yeah, exactly. So Olamide, he's been working hard, and I mean, he's an amazing musician. One of my best, actually.
Wow.
So I like how hard he has been working.
Yeah.
So of course, I totally stand with him.
Okay.
I totally stand because I know of a few musicians that would release now, then maybe after a year, most of them some of them they're all washed out.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's difficult to stay relevant when you do not, follow, the steady pace that the people are actually expecting you to follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, before we wrap up, what's next for you?
Next? There's a lot.
It's like you always say there's a lot. Thanks. I'm up to so many things. But like the one on top of the list right now.
Okay. I have a YouTube, I have movies coming up.
Yeah.
I have a movie I'm shooting for Netflix.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes through as an original.
Okay.
Yeah. We're shooting a pilot to them.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably by June, July, we'll start production fully.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have other movies. I have a YouTube series I'm shooting right now that would start airing anytime from June, July as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I have a production house now.
Oh,
yeah, I have a production space. I mean, I think you're the first person I'm telling about outside, family and all. Yeah, you're like the first person I'm telling.
Okay.
So there's a production house, and I mean, it's one that everyone should actually look out for.
Okay.
There's a lot coming from us. So.
All right. Yeah. All right. Wish you good luck with those ones.
Thank you.
Okay, and it's a wrap on today's episode of Showbiz Diary. Thank you so much for doing this with me again today. Hope you got the vibe that I promised you earlier. Join me again next weekend. But first, follow TOS TV Network across all social media platforms and subscribe on YouTube so you're not left out of amazing lineups. And Tibawa, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
I hope you had fun though.
Sure, definitely.
All right, thank you
so much. A whole lot of fun.
All right, with that said, my name is Adesuwa Osuyi. See you next weekend.
Wait, did I compliment on your look?
Oh wow, you didn't even
look
okay.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. All right, bye guys.